The current #1 movie on Netflix worldwide is Seven Kings Must Die. I started watching it because of that, but I felt that it was a bit unkind in the beginning. A historical drama set in this era has a certain amount of kindness in the beginning as it is. The title made me think that something was familiar, so I googled it and realized why. This movie is the last installment of the Last Kingdom series, and it was made into a movie. Somewhere, when I looked at the production cost, it seemed to be a bit expensive, and the characters were continued from before. It was the last movie that came out until season 5, so it could have been awkward for someone who watched it for the first time like me. I hadn't seen any of the seasons, and once I got into this movie, I had no trouble getting into it. There's a little bit of a conspiracy going on in the beginning and I didn't know what it was, but as you watch the movie, you find out. The real protagonist of the movie is Webernburg's Woodlet Alexander Draymond. The most important character is Athelstan Harry Gilby, who becomes King of England. In the movie, he is blinded by a Dane conspiracy and loses sight of his true side. I think I would have enjoyed The Last Kingdom more if I had seen the movie first. That way, I'd be more invested in the characters. Like the title of the movie, the kingdoms are England, Scotland, and Ireland. Adolphus is the one who unifies England, but from the English point of view. Because movies and dramas are so strong in English, most of these kinds of dramas and movies are set in England. On the one hand, I think it's important to depict battles that take place within the country so that there are no afterwards. In the case of the 100 Years' War, depending on which country it is made in, the work will unfold with a different concept. In this way, even if you're not an Englishman, you seem to have some historical knowledge. Athelstan's most trusted advisor, Woodlet, is taken out of the picture by Ingilmunder Laurie Davidson. Ingilmunder's advice becomes poison to Athelstan and sends England in a strange direction. Related to this is the conversation they have at the end of the movie. In the movie, Ingilmund and Athelstan have a homosexual relationship, but they say it's not real. Anyway, Ingilmunder confesses to Athelstan that he liked you, but your ethnicity came first. Athelstan, on the other hand, says that he liked you before ethnicity. After a series of twists and turns, Uhtred is able to make a comeback, and the final battle scene is worth watching. It felt realistic because it didn't involve too many people. When the battle is down to a few hundred people instead of thousands, Uhtred perseveres and perseveres and perseveres. In the final moments, there's a full-blown battle and hand-to-hand combat, with Uhtred coming through at the end. He was the de facto Lord of England at the time, but he was the most influential. Even Athelstan would not be able to rule England as king if he was not recognized by Uhtred. The movie Seven Kings Must Die depicts the process of the coronation. In the end, there can only be one king to unite England. There's a very strong sense of hereditary succession, so much so that the death of a son almost ends the dynasty. It was a movie about the biggest battle in English history, Brunanburh.